Yo, what is up guys? Shamus is back here. I'm back with another unboxing for you. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, but if you already are, welcome back. Now this is a good week to be a Demon Slayer fan, guys. In North America, we're finally going to be able to see the Infinity Train movies released in theaters this week, so I'm really excited about that. But we're going to be doing an unboxing of a fan favorite character. We're going to be unboxing Zenitsu Agatsuma from Aniplex of America, and they're the ones that licensed the Season 1 anime. They're also licensing this Infinity Train movie, so I'm really excited about this figure right here. I also unboxed their Tanjiro a little while ago, so I think those two are going to look nice together. I'm going to do their Nezuko also a little later, but we got the box right here. I like what I see so far, so let's go. So this is how the front of the box looks like. You see a cutout that shows the Zenitsu inside, and it's a 1/8 scale figure, meaning it's 1/8 of the character's height. And I just love how they choose the design that matches the character's Hayori. It was the same way with Tanjiro, so I think that's pretty dope. You can see the Demon Slayer logo right there. Again, you can see more of Zenitsu's Hayori design on the box with the little black inkish design right here. I think that looks pretty cool. All the stuff in the back, you see the word Aniplex, some Japanese kanji, and then the back shows another cutout showing Zenitsu. So, alright, so let's get Zenitsu out of the box. So what's interesting about this figure is that they actually give you an instruction sheet. So we're going to be able to pose Zenitsu in 2 different ways. I'm pretty excited about that. So overall though, pretty good packaging, and I probably said this about Tanjiro last time, but this is a nice box, guys. So this is a closer look at the instruction sheet right here. Everything's in Japanese, but let's look at the figure itself. This is how he looks like close up, packaged up. So we can see Zenitsu in this form right here. They also give you his Nichirin Sword, and I'm gonna be picky about that, so I'm gonna take a closer look at it. But they also give you 2 handles to it, and we also have a face plate right there, an extra arm, and then the base at the bottom. So I'm excited about everything I can do about this figure, but let's get this man out of this plastic. So one cool thing about this figure is that Zenitsu is able to stand up by himself. If you guys want to display him without the base right here, that's a possibility, because the back of his Hayori kind of touches the ground, kind of keeping him steady. You don't have to worry about him wobbling. But if you guys do use the base, there's a hole on the back of his foot that attaches to this part right here. And you can even take this part off too. So I'm going to show you guys the different ways that you can pose Zenitsu. But me being a Demon Slayer fan, I got to take a look at this man's Nichirin Sword. So if we take a closer look at his Nichirin blade right here, this is my favorite part. I think this is my favorite thing about the whole figure, and I just love the yellow lightning effects on the blade. Him using thunder breathing moves, it will make sense why this is here, and I think this is really accurate to the anime actually. So with his sword, hold on, let me get a closer look. So this part I'm touching right here, I think this is called the hilt for his Nichirin blade, and I love how it's circular shaped and it has these 4 indentations on the bottom corners, kind of like it's shaped like a 4-leaf clover, and I think that's pretty accurate to the anime. I also like the designs of the triangles inside. You can see it's surrounded by gold, and when it comes to this Nichirin blade, I don't see any flaws in it, and like I said guys, this is probably my favorite part about this figure, but let's check out the rest. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of an extra faceplate. I just wish they give you an extra swap out head, because it takes more effort to put this on, but I'll take it. It is what it is. Now, anyone that's watched the Season 1 anime of Demon Slayer know that this expression right here, this is pretty much the definition of Zenitsu right here. He's fussy, he's paranoid, he acts like a coward. So it's pretty cool that they give you this faceplate, and we're going to have some fun with it, but let's get Zenitsu all put together now and get him on the rotating base. Now when it comes to this figure right here, I just love the dynamic pose that Zenitsu's in. Now in the Season 1 anime, we've seen him do his awesome thunder breathing first form, Thunderclap and Flash, and that's the vibes you get when you look at this figure right here. Like he just got finished doing that move. He took out his Nichirin Sword, he ran forward at you at the speed of lightning, ripping through the air, and it just looks amazing. I love the paint application on everything, especially the Nichirin blade. I told you guys that was my favorite part. And when it comes to this figure overall, the height is only 4.68 inches in height, so this isn't a tall figure at all, and pretty much Zenitsu isn't standing straight up, so you kind of have to pose him high, or you're going to be looking at pretty much the top of his head. So that's pretty much the thing you got to look out for when you're displaying him. But let's look more in depth with this figure. Now, when it comes to the facial sculpt right here, I just love the job that they did on it. You can see that his eyes are closed. I think he closes his eyes every time he does this move, but you can see details like his eyelashes. When you look at his hair, you see the yellow color at the top with the orange color towards the end. So pretty accurate right there. But let's take a look at this man's Demon Slayer outfit. And I just love the painting that they did on this man's Hiyori. You can see the yellowish color right here with the orange at the end. See the white triangles. You can also see it down there by his leg also, so that looks dope. You can also see some shading right here on the black part of his Demon Slayer outfit, so you can see his button, you can see his belt, you can see the sandals right there, and I'm just loving everything that I see so far. Now, the part that he keeps his Nichirin sword inside of is called a scabbard, and there it is right there. So it's all white. It has the gold towards the end right there, so that's pretty accurate right there, and I just think they did an amazing job. Let's take a look at the back of Zenitsu. You can see the wrinkles on his Hiyori right there, and I just got no complaints. You can see his foot and his sandal kind of bending up here towards the back of this figure, so I got no complaints overall. This thing just looks amazing to me. Now, I'm curious about seeing the other pose that you can get him in, so let's check that out. So this is the second pose that Zenitsu can be in. If you guys watched the season 1 anime, this pose right here, his facial expression, it makes perfect sense to you. This is who Zenitsu is most of the time. Now, if you guys do display him like this, I want you to be a little careful because his body is leaned back and it puts a lot of pressure on this clear piece here that attaches to the base, and I actually kind of broke the bottom part off and I had to kind of super glue it. So be careful with this clear piece right here. But other than that, you know, putting them together like this was pretty easy. They gave you an extra handle part for his Nichirin blade, so you put that right there. His hand, they gave you a swap out hand, so you can just put that one in. And then with the faceplate was pretty easy. There's a little bit of a seam line right there that's a little noticeable. It's pretty much nitpicking if you ask me, but that's not a big deal. I just wanted to show you guys that. And like I said, in this pose, he's leaned back, so it's a little wobbly. So just be careful with that, but I still love this pose that Zenitsu's in. It explains him so perfectly. When it comes to the height of this pose right here, it's not too much of a difference from the first pose that we had him in. They're both going to be between 4 to 5 inches in height, so displaying wise, that's not going to be too big of a problem. But, you know, I want you guys to tell me which pose you like better between this one and the first one right here. Now, I unboxed Tanjiro a little while ago. Let's see how these pieces look together. So I just want to show you one way you can set up these two figures right here. You got Tanjiro right here doing his water breathing move, and you got Zenitsu right there in a comedical sort of fashion. So that's one option that you can have right there, but let's do Zenitsu in the serious mode. And now we have this setup right here where they both look serious. This is probably the setup that I'm going to stick with. I just think they both look badass, and I just can't wait to unbox Nezuko also and see how she looks besides these two. And man, Aniplex, I love what they're doing with these Demon Slayer figures right here. They might be a little bit on the pricey side, but I think they're worth it. I want to know how you guys think the setup looks like with these two right here. And man, I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. Alright guys, that was my unboxing of Zenitsu by Aniplex of America, and I want to know what you guys think about this figure right here. I like it a lot, but I'm curious about what you guys think, and don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and thunder breathing, first form. Peace.